Are you done? Okay, I just got the dim sums because I wanted to try the dim sums here. And no other reason to have dim sum on a Tikki Talk show. Iconic restaurant, iconic family. Siddharth Kothari here. Siddharth, welcome to the Tikki Talk.
Thank you.
It's an absolute honor to have you on this show. What came first? Was it Peter Cat, Mocambo, Peter you?
Mocambo was the first. Started in 1956 by my grandfather.
So you're running now, what, 70 years?
69th, yeah.
69th.
Next year's going to be, 26 is going to be 70 years. So we're hitting 69 years.
And where did the name Mocambo come from?
If you go back into this 40s and 50s, there was a very famous nightclub in LA called Mocambo.
LA?
In LA. So the idea came from there. A similar concept was incorporated here. Glass dance floor, which was imported from Belgium. 7-piece band. They had lights underneath. So it was revolutionary for its time.
Will it be fair to say that the famous Park Street night scene,
Right.
Mocambo was responsible?
I would say yes. There was a couple of other places before, but I believe they were a little on the shadier side. This was a proper. Oh, you couldn't
Legit place, yeah.
You couldn't enter without a jacket. You had to have a dinner jacket in the beginning, and then
To enter Mocambo?
To enter Mocambo.
We still have the rule?
No, now
That'd be a tough one.
shorts and slippers are good enough.
But some of the Calcutta clubs still have that rule.
Yeah,
right?
very much.
I'm just heading to Saturday Club after this.
Make sure you got a collar on. Huh?
This works apparently, yeah.
You're good.
But the first thing the guy asked me was, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah.
Then I realized that it's referring to the dress code.
Yeah. They've got these stringent dress codes.
Peter Cat happened after that, or Peter Who happened?
No, Peter Cat happened.
Peter Cat
happened in 1975.
Right.
So that was started by my father.
So I was 1 year old.
You're 1 year old. There you go.
Oh man.
Yeah, you don't look it, but yeah, chalo. So 75 that started.
Right.
And a few years after that, the Chelo Kebab came in.
This started with the restaurant, the Chelo Kebab?
No, it started a few years after. Right. So initially it was concentrating on Mughlai and kebabs, and then the Chelo Kebab came in a little later. So
Mocambo was inspired by the LA nightclub name, and Peter Cat came from?
Peter Cat came from...
It's a very unique name.
Right. But if you go back into the history of Park Street, you'll see that names in those days were eclectic. It came from another jazz club, but this time it was in Tokyo.
Peter Who is some people think is a Chinese gentleman's name.
Right, could be.
Is that?
Could be. It could be also Hu Jintao, the last ex-premier of China.
Or it could be Peter Who.
It could be Peter Hu.
That's the question.
You know, so yeah.
By the way, do you still have those brass mugs of a beer in...
Silver plated, yes.
Okay.
Silver plated.
Same ones?
Yeah. We have them with Peter Cat and Mocambo. We have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want one as a souvenir.
No problem, Raja.
I've been eyeing that for like 30 years. One day I'll find it.
Yeah.
My impression is I go there, service is amazing, it's great, it is fresh. What's the secret sauce like?
Well, I mean, firstly, I think God is kind, but it's also got to do a lot of quality control. A lot of time spent there. My father used to spend a lot of time between the restaurants. Now I spend time between the restaurants. So I think it's also got to do with the amount of, it's that time and effort versus, your outcome.
Because it's been very, very consistent. I think there's nothing...
Thank
the
you.
quality is the same.
Right.
I've probably eaten a Peter Cat across 25 years of my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I don't think it's changed.
Thank you.
Changed much.
Good. I hope you're dining there tonight.
I will. I'm just lucky to get a seat because this Puja's Ashtami, to get a seat at Peter Cat at night is a privilege.
Yeah, well, no, God is kind.
And Peter Who opened when?
Peter Who we opened 3 years ago.
So this is recent.
This is
fresh.
in fact, we are hitting the third year on the 13th. Today is the 11th, so 2 days from now we are 3 years old.
So 70, 50 and 3.
And 3, yeah. This is the absolute babies, so.
And from a cuisine standpoint, this is Asian?
Asian, yeah. Mixed Asian.
Asian.
Yeah. I didn't want to, so Park Street, if you see Park Street, it's got this generic Tangra Chinese all over.
Right.
Indian Chinese, which is fantastic, it's delicious. It's and of course it's a big seller. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something a little different. Wanted to bring in Asian flavors onto Park Street, which wasn't there. So that's sort of what inspired this.
And is the same clientele you see across the three restaurants? Different age,
No,
profile?
no. It's totally different. I mean, here I'm getting a lot younger clientele. Of course, we get older people as well, but majority is a much younger crowd.
You've grown up in the city, right? Tell me what has the food scene changed? This city is all about food, right? Calcuttans live to eat won't be an incorrect statement.
Absolutely not. Calcutta is has a great food scene, but what's also happened is that Bombay and Delhi, Bangalore have developed a lot as well. So in comparison, if you look at what Calcutta was and what Calcutta is today, it's not quite the same. Back in the day, people used to come in from these cities to learn, to dine here, to spend a few days here, to go out, to eat, to drink. Now that's available all over the country, So, of course, the tourism here in terms of just for food is there, but it's reduced substantially.
So which school, which college?
I did my junior school here in Xavier's in Calcutta. Then I was shunted off to boarding school.
In Darjeeling?
No, not in Darjeeling. That's my dad's alma mater.
Is it?
I'm from Dehradun.
You do
I'm a DOSCO.
Oh, you're DOSCO.
Right,
Okay.
right. So finished with Doon, then came back to Calcutta, did BCom here for 2 years.
Xavier's?
Xavier's, back to Xavier's again. Then I transferred out to the UK.
So my fun story is I did not get Xavier's for 1 mark. I went to income.
Right.
And I finished my graduation.
Yeah, they were absolutely stingy with even giving out forms. I remember this.
Yeah. So my only relief in not getting to Xavier's was that I don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. for the class.
Yeah.
So I think those who don't know about this unique thing about Xavier's, I don't know if it's still true or not. The classes start at like 6 a.m.
6 to 9:40.
6 to 9:40, 9:40 college is over.
Done, and then you get to work.
Then you get to work.
Yeah.
And that's the model.
Yeah.
So 10 o'clock, if you find a Xavier's person, classes are over.
Yeah, classes are over. Absolutely.
People can't get this concept. When I describe it, it can't be true.
Yeah.
It is true. The college gets over at 10.
Right.
They're out.
Right.
What is Siddharth outside of work?
I enjoy playing sports.
You look like it. Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's also the tasting. Also, you got to balance it.
Yeah.
So squash is a big favorite of mine. I try and play every day. I've also just discovered paddle and pickleball.
Lovely. And family, who all are there?
So this is mum, dad, myself.
Right.
I have 2 elder sisters. They both live in the US.
US.
Yeah.
So you are now the person running the show.
I am, with my team.
And
Yes.
that comes once in a while.
And he's still the boss, which is great. And I think it's a great help when he comes in.
Tell me, Siddharth, what does the future look like? Do you see yourself having 10 restaurants? Do you see yourself diversifying food?
So the temptation is always there to expand. Having said that, if you want to do it, I believe do it right. And not that others aren't. Others are expanding and doing a stupendous job. I still have to learn that art. But I'm more interested in delivering a absolute quality product, good service, good food. I think that's more important to me than anything else.
And the fact that Mocambo is still so fresh as a brand after 70 years.
God, it's
Peter Cat is thriving after 50 years. And this is a young baby, 3 years old.
Right.
I can truly say that you and your family own probably the most iconic names in food in Calcutta for sure.
That's kind of you, Rohit. Thank you.
There's no Park Street without Peter Cat. On the top, we have a tradition of sharing a Tikki, right? So, first time and probably the last time at Twitter Who,
Right.
we'll have a Tikki here. Right? Are you okay with that?
Done.
Okay. Hi, can you get the Tikki, please? So, since we are at Peter Who, we eat the Tikki with chopsticks this time. Go for it. Oh man. All right. Do you want to try? No, not at all. There's a limit to embarrassing yourself.